Hi, I'm Rob, and in this Gems of War video, I'm going to show you a really cool team you can use for this raid boss event. As well as that, we'll be able to take advantage of a small glitch in the game, which is going to give us a nice little advantage at the same time. But first things first though, we want to go to the shop, make sure you grab yourself, if you can, at least tier 1, 2 and 3. Tier 1, you get the awesome Potion of Enchantment. Enchant all allies at the start of battle for this event only, and you pick up more gold and more raid boss sigils and stuff like that too. Really cool. Tier 2, you get the Potion of Explosion. Explodes 4 gems at the start of battle, again giving us quicker battles, a quicker start, and we pick up Moonfeather at the same time. This is super important to do this. If you saw that bit at the beginning, this has ×2 magic and ×2 score. So the ×2 magic, what that means is whatever damage value your troop is showing when you get this, when you first get it, double that, because it's literally getting double magic. And it also earns ×2 score, which is really important to help your guild. So grab that from tier 2. Does damage to an enemy, and if they're a boss, deal 3 to 5 times damage based on your ascensions. Then converts 3 purple to freeze gems, which are blue. So really cool for that. And Godslayer is there on the 3rd trait, but you don't really need it. If you're a bit tight on trait stones, then don't go all out to get that, because we're not going to actually need it. This is going to be at the bottom of the team, and we're going to be doing that damage to the boss via the spell rather than skull damage. So we'll do it that way. And if you want to get it to a mythic level, there's 2 ways to do it. Either buy enough tiers, which is expensive on gems, to get enough copies of it to get it to mythic level, or you can just spend 2 of your orbs of ascension getting it to mythic level that way. That's what I tend to do. Tier 3, we get Moonshard. Very good weapon for this indeed. But if you can't afford the gems for this, I'll show an alternative. But it does explode magic +1 blue gems, gives a random status effect to all Glacial Peak allies, then summons a Glacial Peaks troop. So nice explodey summony weapon there, which we'll take advantage of. But onto the team itself now, and that handy little glitch. But the team for this, I've just done the first couple of really easy stages. It's just so basic it's unreal. But we'll go for the weapon, Moonshard. I'll show an alternative to that in a minute. Immortal Glacier is amazing for this. Again, I'll show an alternative if you didn't pick her up in a moment. Daughter of Time and a Moonfeather. But Immortal Glacier is so good for this because I'm presuming that most people will have got Immortal Glacier because she's the season Immortal. It's generally, for most people, going to be fairly straightforward to pick her up. And she does true damage to 5 random enemies boosted by frozen enemies, and if used in Winter's Reach, deal a double damage. But one of the coolest things about her is, if you have her invulnerable trait, immune to all status effects, devour, mana drain, transform, lycanthropy and lethal damage, it means the enemy Sitharask cannot kill her. She'll just, unless you get unlucky with spell damage from other troops, and she's just going to be impossible to kill. But Sitharask can't touch her, that's for sure. That's like a really great thing absolutely straight away. So she's fantastic for this. And because she targets 5 random enemies, if you're doing enough damage, she'll just wipe them out one after the other. Very cool indeed. So Moonshard, we're using that to explode gems, get mana for the team, and give our Glacial Peak allies a status effect and a summon if we need it. Daughter of Time is great for this. Creates 5 Hourglass gems and 5 Freeze gems. Remember, the Freeze gems boost up Immortal Glacier's power, and the Hourglass gems, when they're matched or destroyed, give you an extra turn whether your team is frozen or not. And she gets an extra turn anyway, and has a 50% chance to convert a yellow gem to an Hourglass gem when her turn begins, which is great. Moonfeather we need in the team because we get that ×2 magic, ×2 score, and we need it to blast out Moldy Sitharask. So really cool. So Moonshard, if you don't have this, you can actually swap it for something else like Arboreal Crystal. Is not a bad shout. Explodes magic +1 green gems, gives a status effect to elementals which you don't have, which we don't care about, because the cool thing about this is it's safer if you're a newer player, because we have that tangling upgrade. It should be easy to get that, and that basically means when you cast this, you're going to entangle that top troop. Another way to make this safer is to have a slower start in Elementalist class. Burn, stun, freeze, entangle. A random enemy on 4 or 5 gem matches is really good. Ice Sapphire is really good as well if you can't afford the gems for tier 3. Exploding blue gems, again status effects for Glacial Peak allies, then summons a Glacial Peaks troop. If you don't have Immortal Glacier, I would say go for something like the Orb of Winter as the weapon, dealing damage to all enemies. You can then pair that with Saga, Something like that. Where's she gone? Gone past her, I think. Yeah, and that also does damage to all enemies. That is like 2 lots of damage to all. That'll carry you quite a good way through the battles. Any other troops that you've got that happen to be doing decent damage? Like a Sephiroth, is it? Yeah, if you got that by fluke, that'd be great as well. And one thing I kind of want to experiment on a bit later on, I don't know if this is going to actually work or not, I just literally thought of it just then, is the Mirror Queen. Damage to an enemy boosted by reflected allies with a 50% chance to summon a copy of that enemy. Does that work on the enemy Sitharask, just out of interest? I mean, Sitharask normally is immune to status effects, but it's not a status effect, it's a spell. So in theory, I think that should work. I might play around with that later and see if it does. That'd be fun, wouldn't it? Just for the crack, just get Sitharask, the enemy Sitharask on our team. That'd be pretty funny. But yeah, so go Saga and Orb of Winter if you don't have Immortal Glacier, I would suggest. But I'm going to roll with this team for the video because presuming that most people are going to have it. But onto that nice little glitch. A little while ago, May's banner was the only banner which had 2+2 gem benefits in its first 2 colours. And bizarrely, it's returned. I noticed this a few days ago with +3 red and +2 green with -1 purple. I know that Immortal Glacier does use purple, but not too worried about that because Moonfeather actually converts purple away anyway, and we're going to get plenty of mana elsewhere. But yeah, that's a really nice banner for this, considering we're using the red and yellow weapon here. Now, the other cool thing about this team is the amount of bonuses we get. We're using an all-yellow team here, and all from Glacial Peaks. So let's take a look at this. We get some really good bonuses from this. Meister of Air, 4 unique yellow troops. We get a nice benefit to armor for that. King of Ice, 4 unique Glacial Peaks troops. Boost in magic and armor again, really good. Kingdom team bonus, this will vary upon your bonus level. Again, for 4 unique Glacial Peaks troops, you get a lot of bonuses from that. Fey General, 4 unique Fey troops. Again, boosts all over the place in this. Really, really cool. I've got +8 magic because I've gone with 2 Niches and 1 Medal of Arnu to give my Immortal Glacier a little bit of a head start. Right, so Frost Mage for this. Pretty good class. Traits are nothing too fantastic, but the talent trees are decent. Snap Freeze, Insulated, Anti-Magic Sphere, Mana Source, nice to have that quick start. Deluge, Water Mastery, and the bottom one absolutely does not matter. So let's jump in to a few battles. Alright, let's show 1 or 2 battles on the early level first, and then we can jump forward when it gets a bit tougher. There's a Potion of Explosion, getting our nice early stuff there. The weapon's up next round anyway, so we may as well get some extra stuff for our Glacier. Let's cast this. When we cast this, we're going to explode blue gems. If we take out an Hourglass gem, we're going to get an extra turn no matter what. Again, when this is there, you can cast that, get an extra turn. That's got up Glacier, and she'll hit 5 enemies, and in the early stages, wipe out early. I'm starting off with 2 Medals of Naisha and a Medal of Arnu for this, because the mana cost on her is quite high. Normally it's 30, but I've got her on level 27, so I've got a small mana cost deduction. And in a soon-to-come video, I will reveal her awakened traits, because I know what they are, and they're pretty nifty, I can tell you. Alright, so let's jump forward to the next battle. Then we'll dive forward into the harder ones. No need to show too many of these lower down ones, they're just way too easy. Look at this, this is going to just get our Glacier pretty much ready straight away, and indeed she is ready to bish, bash, bosh, dosh that lot out of there in a mighty great kaboosh. Well, I've jumped forward a little bit. I was quite keen to see if that Mirror Queen would work actually on Sitharask, but the thing is, because it's summon, there's a 50% chance to summon a copy of that enemy, so you need an empty slot. You need to have had someone die first, which is unlikely to happen to me, so I can't really try it out. But if anybody out there tries it out, I'd be happy to be told in the comments if it works or not. I can't see any reason why that wouldn't work on a Sitharask. It should technically work, because it is invulnerable, which means it's immune to all status effects, devour, mana drain, transform, lycanthropy and lethal damage, but nothing about being copied. Interesting. So yeah, let me know in the comments if you managed to try that out and have some success. Let's do a few more battles. But this is absolutely whizzing through these stages so easily, like a knife through butter. It's absolutely crazy. There's so much mana from that maze banner, it's just nuts. And I'm not even having to use the Godslayer because my Glacier is so powerful, she's just doing the drop herself. But if you're not in that position where your Glacier isn't dishing out as much damage, then as soon as your bottom troop, our Moonfeather, whatever it's called, is it Moonfeather? Yeah, Moonfeather. As soon as that's up, cast it, get rid of Sitharask straight away, don't take any chances. Do not gamble. Make sure you get rid of Sitharask at the first opportunity. We'll have some of that. We'll cast this, creates hourglass gems, freeze gems, and an extra turn. There we go. And job is done again. The explosions are so good with those hourglass gems because you get an extra turn, even if you're frozen. Really, really cool. We'll get that and all this red from that amazing maze banner. There's all our juicy mana, and yeah, this is super straightforward. Right, let's just do one more. I think this is clear how this is going to work for this. Going to be the most straightforward one for a while for a lot of people with Immortal Glacier. Explode all those blue gems. If you didn't get your Glacier up, you cast Daughter of Time. Get an extra turn, so you've got a chance to... Any yellow match will give her an extra time, no matter what. An extra turn, an extra time. Getting carried away with time here. But yeah, didn't get one there, so we'll just do a normal match. Like I say, if your Glacier's not doing as much damage as mine, you use your Moonfeather to blast out Sitharask at the first opportunity. Now onto the Underspire video, and this has got to be the easiest, quickest Underspire team video of all time, because just use exactly the same team as what you just used for Raid Boss. This is going to do exactly the same job. You don't obviously need Moonfeather. You can swap it out for a Saga, but still going to do decent damage to an enemy. I like the way it converts 3 purple gems to freeze gems as well, which kind of really helps out our Immortal Glacier. But like I say, if you like, you can swap it out for another damage to all troop. There's plenty of them there. You got the where is it? Saga. You can go Saga. She's good. You can go Sephirex. Don't want Scardy. She's no good. This is going to work exactly the same way. Not as fast at the beginning because we're not getting that potion of explosion or the enchant. But collecting that red, because that maze banner, is still going to get things done really pretty quickly. So we'll grab some yellow. That's going to take out the hourglass gems. We get an extra turn no matter what. And we'll cast this. That gives us the extra that we needed to finish off. Depending upon how your luck goes at the beginning, obviously that can be a lot quicker than that as well. But yeah, exactly the same team as before for the event. I don't think that's ever happened before. I don't think I've done it like that before. I've just tried to change it up a bit, but yeah, if you can run that team for the raid boss, just run exactly the same team for Underspire. Because this is not going to slow down either later on. This is still going to be really powerful as the Underspire gets harder. Good thing about this is that's going to explode the blue gem here, which takes out this hourglass gem. So we get an extra turn. And a couple of jam sandwich hits anyway. Bit of explosion-y stuff gets the job done. Oh, so just a couple more battles then. No real need to show this one anymore either. It's going to be super straightforward and nice. In Immortal Glacier can't really be out of a comfort zone anymore. She's gone from being the most powerful in Winter's Reach to a mouldy, danky dungeon. But hey, it's all good. She still does plenty of damage. And she does plenty of damage. And that's all we need. Always get these matches like this when you can. Get the guaranteed extra turn at the same time. What should we get over here? That red is so nice. +3 red. That's like mental. So not mega fast, but it is what it is. Oh, task completed, soul grinder. Right, let's make this the last one then. And we'll call the video a day. This video. I point an accusing finger. You are a day. Never gets old, does it? Never gets good either, let's face it. But whatever. I don't care. Is this the face of concern? No, you cannot see my face, but it is not concerned. Anyway, there it is. There's the videos, technically two into one. Make my job easier, not releasing 3 videos in a day. And it means that the Underspire video doesn't overwrite the event video at the same time, which is important. So there it is, there's the video. If you enjoyed it, it'd be really cool if you bash that like and subscribe button. It really does help. But most of all, thanks for watching. I'll catch you again next time. Bye for now.